G'day folks, this is Sim and welcome back. Today we are going to move on to the next stage of our villager breeding program, and we're going to build a holding cell in the Nether. But before we do that, there's just a little experiment that I want to try. It was a tip that I picked up recently. I haven't had much problems in the way of these horses escaping, but I was told just recently that if we do this, where's my axe? There it is. Okay, and take that one out there, and that one. Take those ones out there. Now if we do this, apparently the horses will see that is a full block and that is a full block, and again we only have a single gap here and they won't come through, but we should be able to ride the horse out without any problems and ride back in. So we'll just leave this one like this for the time being, and we'll see whether that makes any difference, whether this guy escapes. Although they have been pretty good. For the most part they stay in here quite happily with the original design, but hey, it's fun to experiment. So where are we going now? Well, first we go into the Nether, and I've made a few preparations, so let's head on down and I'll meet you down there. Okay, now I'll apologise now for the gas, but they are painful to shut up, so we're just going to have to deal with them. We're not going to be here long. What I've done is, this isn't particularly far because of Nether travel compression, and I've built this holding cell in here. And I'm just going to take a moment here, because if these guys are going to be trapped in here, we probably should at least give them a little bit of a view, if for no other reason than to let them know that trying to escape is probably not going to be a good idea, because this is a very bad place. So let's just pop those there. May as well take those out as well. Go. So as long as I don't do anything stupid, then hopefully that glass will stay intact. If it looks a little bit suspect, then I might put a metal fence line out in front of it. Now we want them to come in here, but we don't want them to be able to escape back out the portal once they've actually come in. So what we're going to try to do here is, let's get our obsidian. Okay, we're going to build a standard size portal. Oh, that's just so much fun. Okay, fortunately we've got a fairly decent pick, so it's trying to take a moment to fix this. There we go. I've got a little viewing platform out here as well. So what should happen is, sure I like the way that looks. Hang on. That's a little better. So we've got a 1.5 block drop here, so once they come through the portal they should then fall down into this area here, and they won't be able to get back out again. And then from here we can gather them up and ship them with mine carts to wherever we need them, and hopefully that will work fairly well. So I've already taken the measurements, and if we just have a quick look here, not with that block. I suppose we can't really have an episode without a certain amount of derp. Let's try that again with something just a tad easier to break. And of course I'm not actually going to be able to jump up on there, am I? No, of course not. Here we go. Alright. So if we look at the coordinates here, we can see we're at -33, y equals 70, and z equals 46. And when we multiply those coordinates by 8, excluding the y coordinate, we should get pretty much bang on match up with the villager breeder that we built. So let's get this in here and get this portal lit. There we go. And we're not actually going to go through this portal because we don't want to generate one in the main world. We want to actually build and light one in the main world so that they link up properly. So I'm just going to dump some of this build material off here, and then I'm going to meet you at the villager breeder. So I'll be back real soon. Okay, so didn't get any name suggestions for this fella, which means that I'm probably going to have to go with that. So we now have the horse with no name, and I suppose we should go ride through the desert on the horse with no name now, shouldn't we? And that's what you get for not giving me a name. Okay, alright, so it shouldn't take us long to get there on this fella. See if we can avoid riding him into the cactus this time. I think that would probably be a good idea. He's healed up after his little adventure before in the minecart, so I am rather pleased about that because I really would have hated to have lost him. So here we go, and well, jump off first. And that cactus over there is just making me nervous. When I went to collect him before from over near the village, the rope had broken, as they regularly do, and he was roaming around, so let's not take any chances. Now, the villager breeder, as you can see, is going great guns. I've had a couple that have dropped out, so now what we need to do, and speaking of a couple dropping out, they're even breeding up there. Okay, let's open the gate, see whether they head back inside. If they don't, well, they're just going to have to take their chances in the desert. But for now, let's get up here. And this should be interesting, to be perfectly honest. We've got to be careful here because I'm a little worried that I may end up with okay, 1, 2, 3, and I wish we could make smaller portals. It's going to make this so actually let's, oh, sorry mate, well, that's what happens sometimes. It's going to be unbalanced doing it that way, and that's going to drive me insane. So what we will do is we will head up here and we'll make the portal just slightly wider just to deal with that particular problem. So you and you, and that was just appalling. Alright, if we lose a few, we lose a few. Like that. Listen to them dropping like flies. Okay, now I better take this out. And we need to go down one lower. So let's put that down there. This is where it gets scary. Yes! No, you horrible thing. Oh, no, 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 no. You evil, evil, evil game. Oh, dear me. Alright. Okay. Oh, I have got to stop using this pick. You guys want to come in? You and you and you. Come on, come inside. Look at them all. And you. My God. Reading like maniacs. We may have to shift a few of these over to the station house fairly soon. Alright. What are you going up there for? Seriously, dude. Alright, now we all know what happens when I try to get this water flow to go the way I want it. So I will be back after I have cursed and sworn and attempted this multiple times before it decides to actually work. See you soon. Okay, the water flow is back in place. Let's see what we can do about shifting these guys. And there they go. Now, let's just see if we give them a stairway, these extras down here, let's see if we can actually get them to go for a wander. I'm sure a few of them will. There goes one straight away. Awesome. Now, I had to... Well, they do like going up there. That's good. Hang on. That's better. Alright. So, I did have to shift this fella down here. Hopefully no zombies got him while I was away. Yep, jolly good. Because they were just breeding faster than I could possibly deal with them at the time. So I moved him out of range. So we better go around and, oops, shift him back into position. Hopefully while we're doing that, a few more of these guys will head in. So this is his spot just here. Hopefully I can jump down and give him a push back. Alright, he's back in position, so we can break that rail and pop the slab back down to lock him in place. And I might just throw a block there as well. Nothing should spawn in here, but just in case, better to be safe than sorry. And let's cap this off. And that's where we go in if we need to. Alright. And probably need to fill up this hole as well. Alright, so it looks like they're breeding again. Unfortunately we've got these guys outside breeding, which wasn't part of the plan, but that's okay. Just want to see whether the ones inside are breeding, and more importantly whether the water flow is working properly, so they're actually going to get lifted up and shifted outside. So we'll just wait here for one of the babies to grow up and we'll see exactly how things are working. Okay, so off he goes. He's fighting the water at the moment for some unknown reason, but that should pop him and he should have gone through, and that's that. Alright, now hopefully these guys here will move, otherwise they're actually going to affect the breeding inside, and the worst case scenario, we may have to let the zombie horde loose on them. But we'll see how things go. There goes another one up there now, and through and pop. So let's head back and see whether it worked or not. Alright, and I'll meet you back at the station. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's going on the other side. Hope I shut the gate. Yep. Okay, so here we go, and I did suspect that we would get that situation there with some of them getting trapped in the portal, and they're probably going to pop back through. I'm not sure of a way to deal with that. Well, he's just popped down. But we should get a nice population of villagers here, so from there we will move them as required. Look at all of these white guys. Paper trade, expensive. Book trade. Compass. 4 diamonds for an emerald. Well, we won't be doing much with you. Nice cheap wheat trade. Now, obviously, these are the old style villages. I still haven't upgraded to the snapshots. I want to pretty badly. Let's get out of here. That's doing what it's supposed to do. We don't want to listen to ghasts. I want to upgrade to the snapshots because I certainly want to play with the new enchanting. I did shut that gate, didn't I? Yes. Paranoia. Probably need to put a pressure plate there. Meet you on the other side of the portal. Okay, so yes, as I was saying, I would like to upgrade for the snapshot, but I'm really in two minds at the moment. It brings quite a few cool things, and they have made some changes to the whole villager breeding thing at the moment, so that if you keep your villagers well fed, they will in fact continue to breed. So it's quite possible that we could make a modified villager breeder. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a whole bunch of the old villagers and stick them somewhere safe. My biggest concern is that there's been quite a few bugs in the snapshots, and I really don't want to risk those just yet. So I think what I'm going to do is wait and just keep an eye on the bugs that they fix, and when I'm confident that there's not going to be any really major problems with the update, then I'll probably move up to the snapshot. But anyway, hope you enjoyed today's episode. I will see about moving some of those villagers later. I think what we might do next episode is some landscaping around this place here. We'll try and get rid of some of these torches, maybe do some furnishings inside the house, and focus more on building and see how we go from there. Alright, well, thanks for joining me. Hope you liked the episode, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, look after each other, take care, and ciao for now.